Okay, I think you can now see what I'm looking at. Can you actually see SimCity 4 right now, or is it a blank screen? You hear somebody typing. That's me. Okay, it all works. You can see it. Okay, great. I don't know why, but I was having a blank screen for a long time. It was nothing but black. So I am officially streaming now, I guess. Just getting the word out. Okay, perfect. So what I plan to do today is going to rebuild this avenue here to a 3-tile network widening mod. Now, I originally built it as an avenue, and then I widened it to 6 lanes with the first version of the network widening mod, which did not have the 3-tile networks available yet. All it had was the 6-lane thing. So now I want to make it all 6 lanes. This is a very busy road that goes to the university. Well, I got a big brown box here. I'll have to fix that up sometime. So what I'll be doing is basically getting rid of this bike path and throwing in the TLA 7 or AV6 in its place. And those actually have shoulders at the side that can act as a bike lane, at least, conceptually speaking. Bike lanes don't actually get any use anyway. It's just, for aesthetics. And of course, running right next to it is a light rail line. Again, it's a university zone. It's where a lot of kids go to school and stuff in my region, so people like to use the train a lot. So the road itself kind of starts. Oh, I got another big brown box here. Kind of starts down here. It likes to curves underneath this highway interchange over here, and heads down here. But I'm not going to worry about that because this would be insanely difficult to reconstruct because there's a whole tunnel and there's ground light rail in it. So I'm basically going to do everything from the curve here and up. So the first thing is first, got to do a mass demolition. And SimCity's going to hate me when I do this. Yes, it is. Why is it not letting me just demolish 3 tiles? Oh, I don't know. I don't even know if I can curve the light rail through. But I guess we'll have to see. What is the city called? This city is called Whitburg. It's basically my transportation hub and university campus. And it also has like a lot of stadiums and stuff for events. Here's that like fancy bullet train interchange. And over here is the big station. Why are there big brown boxes everywhere? I don't know. It's Tokyo Central Station. I now have this up on the Centropolis Exchange under ATPX's account. It used to be on mine, but they got it switched so it can be credited properly. So yeah, there's a station here, and then down here is like all the stadiums and stuff if I was to host the Olympics. Another box. You messed up your plugins file. Well, it's been a while since I've loaded up this city, so every once in a while there's a brown box, but it's easy. You just demolish it and put in something else. So yeah, lots of stadiums, and then the stadiums give way to the university zone. And that's where I'll be working. And then over here there's a real highway thing. Okay, so I think I'm just going to start on the bottom. I can't see anything. Just demolish everything. I could really care less. No Olympics for you? Well, I could put the Olympics in if I really wanted to. I don't even know if I can curve light rail. If not, I'll find another way to do it. So throw in one of those transitions from 4 to 6 lanes, which is right about here. Hopefully all the slopes and everything conform properly. That's exactly what I want. I think it's just going to fit with enough room to spare. Unless it doesn't want to because it hates me. Oh, did I lose this curve? Oh well, it might be for the best. It doesn't look half bad. I might have to fix up the slopes a little bit though because this is on a pretty severe grade. But that's okay. As long as I know that it fits, that's definitely a start. Your browser crashed. Well, let me give you the link again. Okay. So I want to make sure that this is all properly graded because I think right now I only had 2 flat tiles and I need 3 tiles, and the third tile's over here. So I basically have to level these parts right here. It's a little finicky, but as long as I have 3 tiles available, then there shouldn't be much of a problem, unless it gives me a problem like it's doing. Okay, fine. So there's 1, 2, and then I'll get 3 to start like right about here. May as well just get it right the first time so I don't need to worry about it later. That looks a lot better. There we go. And if I'm lucky, I can just drag everything through and it'll all work. But first, let's just get that curve back, because I don't want to mess up the slopes there as well. And of course, it doesn't want to build the curve. Okay, maybe if I'm nice to it, it will. Okay. Almost. But not quite. I can't get the other line to drag through. So I'll have to find another way to fix it. I wonder if it'll just work if I can just drag. No. So I just need to make sure that this part is the same grade as the other one. Just a little bit, just the little things that will always mess you up. You know what, if I make this super big, at least for the time being, maybe it can stay flat. So I'm going to try it again. Sorry if this is the most boring thing you've ever seen. But that's what I do. And that's why you're tuning in. Okay. Let's throw in that curve again. Not a lot of room for error. And now it doesn't want to cross. Why don't you want to cross? See, this cross is no problem. It's like this one spot right here that doesn't like me. I think I need that spot. I guess I can redo these tunnels. If it just raises a bit, can I just drag right through? No? Well, whatever. I'll have to fix that another time. I'll give it a save in case it crashes. Check these comments here. Hell, I think the rail won't go over because it's too close to the transition. Well, exactly. But again, you can always find a way. Wall is in the way. No, it's just the stupid grades of the thing. It's like there's a free tile in this transition part here, and even though it's a free tile, it still conforms to the slope of this grade here, which messes it up. Okay, but either way, I got the transition to work. Gonna just rebuild this. And this whole intersection needs to be properly sloped as well. That's no problem, as this is kind of sloped anyway. This building's kind of abandoned. Now, I shouldn't get super finicky with this because I still need to put in the light rail connection. So maybe I should keep this flat all the way. Because I have to keep it flat for the rail to get through. And then we can continue to head up the road. Perfectly conforms with the rail line, which works great. And we'll throw in a starter piece for the, let's make it Av6, at least for here. Because that's probably the what I want. And I'll add turning lanes and stuff to this a little bit later. There was a sound wall, but you tried to run it over. Whatever. So my next step now is to make sure that I get rail through, which means I'm going to be wondering how easy it's going to be to do that. I guess now is the time to find out. I don't even know if I can drag diagonal ground light rail through what do you call it? 3-tile network widening mod. So that was kind of a waste. Oops. Sometimes SimCity has no idea what I'm doing. It's like, what, you're doing that? I didn't know that. And it just all reverts. So basically, I'm leveling all this because I want to make sure that I get the the rail leveled into it. Of course, I ruined the station now. It's alright, I can always replop it. It's 4 tiles long. I can shorten it to 3 or even move the station up here if there's a problem. SimCity kind of glitched there for a second. I thought I was going to crash. All this for just an experiment. But that's what the game really is. It's just a big, big experiment. So I basically wanted to cross just like that. So go to miscellaneous transportation. I want to drag the light rail. Kind of just like that. Put in the starter. What's the best way to do it? Kind of like that. And it's not letting me do it. I even got a little tramming rail right there. That's a little funny. What can I do to fix it? There's no room on the other side because this part's all puzzle pieces, right? Yeah, I can't drag right through it. The alternative is to maybe make 90-degree curves, if that's even possible. I'm pretty sure it's possible. Then again, I've never tried it before. Can I just go like that? Yeah, but it doesn't know what I'm doing. I might have to put in like an override piece on the other side. Or even just like move this, move that, just for a moment. Yeah, I know it doesn't look the best, but I'm just playing around. Hey, well, oh, I just had it. There we go. So that's one way you can do it. I can make it run a lot closer, but I don't want to make it super close. But just knowing that I can do it, it's kind of a good thing. So I don't like 90-degree curves if I can avoid it. It can go this way down the rails. Yeah, I can cross the avenue diagonally like that. So let's see how friendly it'll be to me if I just do this. It won't be because there's a stupid curve here. You got to extend it one more tile, which means that won't be possible there. It's got to turn like right here. The turn piece won't stay. There's a way to do it. I just got to find out which one it is. I could drag super close, that'll work. There we go. That's not half bad. I'll give it a save. Still get a 90-degree curve, but there's really nothing I can do to kind of get rid of that. So just give that a save. It's just taking a little bit. Yeah, I may have won this part, but this is just like the first part. I'm sure this is one of the more difficult parts of my project, but it's done, and I can definitely polish it up a little bit later, but it's done in its raw form, which is good. And that means that I don't even need this slope. Like, I can have this slope right up. So let's get this right up. The easiest way to do it is just to move the train as close to the bottom part as you can. At least that's the way I do it. And you can just fill up the rest of it. Kind of like that. And then you just drag like your slope mod. Like I use the bullet train slope mod here because that's the standard for me right now. I probably will be switching to a high-speed rail by the time the next NAM comes out because compatibility for that is just so much greater than the bullet train mod. So with that, I can hopefully just drag right up. Come on. There we go. If it'll let me. Or it can be mean and not let me. It just doesn't want to connect here. It looks like it connects. I think it does connect. But there's like a blank blob here. Again, it's something I'll have to look at. Unless maybe I can just drag the whole thing here. Okay, well just the slope is a little bit weird. But that's okay, because it works now. And I'll plop a starter piece on the flat land, just so I don't mess up the nice grade that I have. All right. There we go. So that's good. Get this road to connect back in. And I think I'm not sure if I have enough room for that station again. I think it might just barely fit. If not, I have a 3-tile station as well. There's a 3-tile one. But this one looks so much nicer. I think it's going to fit. I'm really hoping that it will. And then over here, I just need to be careful because I don't want to touch a transit-enabled lot. I just got to put in one of those crossings. Oh, and I made a crash. Well, I'll get right back into it. I think I just saved recently. I'll be right back in a second, guys.